Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Play Super Metroid. Some type of artist here, and last time we beat Creed, we got the Various suit. Now we're gonna go explore Norfair a little bit. Oh, so in the last episode I was kind of talking about how Creed has been kind of forgotten about in the Metroid universe. And I don't even know if, like, you know, that is to say if he's supposed to be remembered. It's just, I know he and Ridley are, like, the two, well, they call them mini-bosses, but let's be honest, they're... It's kind of weird to call things mini-bosses when there are no actual bosses in the game. I mean, you can call Mother Brain the boss, I guess, but she's like the final boss, so... I don't know. I always kind of refer to Creed and Ridley as bosses in that game. But it's just the two of them, and high jump also lets us get up here, by the way. Yeah, so I always in my head have Creed and Ridley like paired together. Like, I don't know. I from Prime lore, I guess you could say if Ridley is a ranking officer in the Space Pirates, then Creed must be too. And I guess to that degree, Phantoon and Dragon, which are the other two boss monsters in this game, they must be as well. There is a missile down there. Now, just because you're resistant to heat because of the Various suit, doesn't mean you won't take damage from going into lava. So you could wait until you get the gravity suit later in the game, but I mean, it's right there, you know, and you don't lose that much health. I kind of dicked around a little bit, but, you know, whatever. And this room has rising lava. But anyway, so I picture Creed and Ridley, like, together, just because of how it was in that first game. And then Super Metroid, they come back. They both come back, and they're both, like, bigger and more terrifying than they were in the first game, that's for sure. But then after that, it's like, well, Fusion had the Ridley excuse me, get out of here, thank you. Fusion had the, oh, this room. Well, first... let me explain something about this room first. But first, I'm gonna save, because it's been a while, and I want to make sure if we screw up, nothing's gonna... I'm not gonna have to do too much backtracking. So this room has a bunch of stuff you can do in it. For example, if you sequence break, right, you can get up this wall and get all the way up there. Which I will be doing. I'm gonna go get a missile over here first. There's also another grapple beam thing we can do up top, but I can, if with really good timing, I can get a wall jump going and get an early reserve tank, which I will be doing too. Well, hopefully it won't be taking me too long to do. Otherwise, if you're not doing the one I mentioned beforehand, to get to where we need to go, which is this door up here, you're gonna have to take a long roundabout way through here, which it's fine, but I don't know. First thing I'm gonna do is try to do this, and while I try to do this, I guess I'll tell that story, because you got to do this just right, and there's not a lot of wiggle room. So let's. Do I have to concentrate? Come on, man. Or are we just gonna cut until we get to the... Oh, no, we did it. Perfect. So normally you would need that grapple beam, but if you're really crafty, you can do some wall jumping to get through that. And here is a missile, and behind this wall is actually another secret, where you'll get your first reserve tank, which will basically act as, like... What are they called? Not E-tanks, but the ones in Mega Man X. If you bomb down there, there's like a little platform that rises, otherwise you can try to jump and morph ball in the air. They kind of act like that, so once you get to full health and pick up more energy, you'll get stuff in a reserve tank, and you can use it at any time you want, but since it, you know, activates as soon as you lose your energy, you may as well just let it go down. And also, this little platform here is actually a missile tank. Anyway, so Super Metroid brings Kraid and Ridley back. Metroid Fusion brings Ridley back as an X-Parasite, so it's not really him. Prime brings Ridley back as well. Now here's the interesting thing about Metroid Prime. Kraid was supposed to be in Metroid Prime, and if you ever look up the screenshot of him, he looks pretty badass. He's got like a metal plate covering his skull, just like, and I guess they'd call him Meta Kraid, like they called Ridley Meta Ridley. But he was dropped from what I can tell, kind of last minute. Now, I always had thought he was supposed to be the boss of Magmore Caverns, because Magmore Caverns is the only place in Metroid Prime that doesn't have a proper boss fight. But then I also read, when I was researching about it a little later, he was supposed to be the boss in the Phazon Mines instead of the Omega Pirate. So, I don't really know. I like to imagine it as the Magmore Caverns boss instead. Thank you. But, you know, whatever. So these actually are really good to grind if you need energy. You've seen pipes like these and enemies come out of them before, but these come out like 5 at a time. And if you get all of them at once, it's like picking up 5 enemies worth of pickups at once. So it's pretty nice. I'd recommend stopping by to fill up if you, you know, find one of those and you need stuff. God, what a long hallway before we go down. There's a missile up there. But yeah, I don't know. And I guess because of Prime's popularity, and especially like Ridley's popularity within Metroid Prime, Kraid just kind of fell out of existence. No one really talked about him much. I'm kind of grateful, actually. In Melee, one of the lesser popular stages, at least when I was playing the game back in the early 2000s, was Brinstar. And Kraid was in that, and he looked pretty cool. And I can only guess that, you know, maybe they were developing Metroid Prime alongside Smash Brothers Melee, because the timelines kind of match up. I think they do anyway, and maybe he was meant to like promote the game a little bit, because let's be honest, Smash Brothers is kind of just like self-promoting Nintendo franchises and stuff after a while. Now, just because we skipped all this other long corridor that, you know, wound up back to that room, doesn't mean don't go in this door, because you actually do have another power-up over here that I actually completely skipped out on when I did that shortcut for the first time. Careful on here. You can shoot the thing like that and get a missile up here. But that's not what we came here for. The missile's just another, you know, another goodie. You'll notice these. More grapple beam blocks. But if you jump like that... Oh, wall jumping. I love you so much, wall jumping. I love you so much. We get the wave beam. The wave beam will let us shoot our beam through walls. So, we won't have to worry about being blocked out by those one-way doors anymore. You actually want to fall down here, because there's fake crumbly blocks down here we can just use as a shortcut to get back. So Speed Booster, that thing that let us run super fast, that is what we wanted to get here. Boom, boom. These guys make a cool noise when you hit them. I mean, there's just so many cool noises in the game in general. Alright, what do we want to do now? Because we can go a couple different directions, and because I think we should be going for the Ice Beam next. You know what? Let's go for the Ice Beam next. We're gonna... You know what, though? We just loop around, don't we? We should just... Hold on. I'm kind of having a brain farty moment. No? Am I thinking of something else? Don't you go down here? You do go down here. Ooh, I am having a major brain fart moment. Because this is where you go if you want to get to, like, the long way around to what we just did. Oh. Yeah, so go down there if you want to do that. I'm going over here. That's what I wanted to do. And down here, well, there's a few things we can do down here as well. There's more places you can charge up over here if you want to do that. Because we have the wave beam, we can shoot through here, and that'll open that up. But I think I want to go through here, because this leads me back to something else, and the speed booster's going to let me charge through everything in this room. Yeah, we have another save point, so let's save. Why not? One thing I had to get used to after playing other games for so long was that the save station doesn't recharge your energy, but it's not a big deal. And yeah, we're back in here. So that top room, that's where I wanted to go, because that's where the ice beam is. And ice beam is... feels weird to get one beam and then almost immediately another one. Ah, excuse me, got the hiccups now. So with the speed booster, we can just go straight through there. You'll also notice power bombs there. Well, we'll be coming back for that soon enough. Get me out of this lava. This lava cake. Boom. Yeah, so this is where the ice beam is, and excuse me, well... come on. Okay, fine. We'll do it the normal way. So notice all these guys. These guys you can't kill normally, but with the ice beam you can freeze them, so... oh, jeez. Well, we do this like that? Yeah. Perfect. And we have the ice beam, which lets us freeze enemies when they're one hit away from dying. And a lot of enemies will actually freeze on first impact, too. Because we usually just kill them in one hit. So that's pretty cool. If you go all the way up there, it's just going to take you back a long, like a roundabout way to just going to where we wanted to go in here. So I'm just going back the way we came. It's not a big deal. Ice beam is going to be needed much later in the game for, oh. Don't tell me we needed to go through there. Do I normally get power bombs first? I can't even remember. I've gone through this game so many times in the couple of years I've had it that well... Okay, forget what I just said. I guess we're gonna have to take the long way around because those stupid doors had to be sore losers that we got past them. Alright, so go back up here. Freeze these idiots. The ice beam effect also makes this really fun sound as well. Just saying. Alright, so these little... I don't know what these are. They look like that thing Spunky found in Rocko's Modern Life. I think it was the Garbage Day episode. Or it just kind of looks like this disgusting... I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest. I'm trying to, like, think of something to compare it to. It looks like a mixture between a sponge and a koosh ball. I don't know how old people are that watch these videos, but do you remember koosh balls from the 90s? Some teachers used to have them. Oh, can't go this way either. Some teachers used to have them on their desks in school, but they were a kid's toy, and they were like... I don't know, these silicone hair balls. That sounds so sexual, though. How do I explain what a koosh ball is? Well, anyway, that it looks like... I guess it kind of looks like a mix between that and a sponge, is the thing I'm thinking of with Spunky from Rocco. So let's go down here and go this other way then. Because now we're going to go get power bombs and the grapple beam. Yeah, I guess if you had the, if you didn't have the ice beam, Or maybe even the wave beam. You couldn't destroy the red guys there, but we do, so oh well. And what's over here? Is this just a save point, I think? Oh, it's an energy recharge. Oh yeah, and down that way goes to lower Norfair, which we really can't do much with right now. But, nah, I'm not going to show it off. It's just kind of out of the way. You'll basically see Ridley's hideout entrance from there. Oh god, I hope I'm going the right way, because we're actually coming up against another boss. Or a mini-boss, anyway. So let's... I'm gonna be a nerd and save right away again. Then we're gonna go deal with the Crocomire. Because, yeah, the power bombs are behind the Crocomire, and so is the grapple beam. So down we go! And this music starts playing, it's like, oh my god, look at this disgusting monster! So, get your charge beam out, or missiles. You can use missiles too. I don't know if it's really worth it to use missiles, because sometimes he'll fire things out from his mouth. Yeah, missiles. Super missiles maybe would be better, but I have so little of them, I really don't want to waste them against the Crocomire. So, he'll throw some things like this out, and you might end up hitting those instead and just wasting them. Charge beam, kind of, I find to be the most ideal with taking this guy out. So basically, you have this long hallway here. On the left end is a wall of spikes he's going to try to push you into, but it's so long that you'd really have to be screwing up against the Crocomire big time to come down there. You want to push him to the other side into this pool of acid. And look at this thing. Look at this ridiculous monster. It looks like it's sweating its skin off. It's so disgusting. But it's so funny at the same time, because it also looks like it's just like... Some of these gloops are just so big. Get on your crumblies. Oh, excuse me, get on your crumblies. Oh man, come on. You're really gonna do this at the last minute? Come on. Oh, for Pete's sake, just end it. Alright, and down he goes. His skin melts off. It's such a Nintendo game, and you should use the grapple beam to come across here, but there is an energy tank, so go get your health refilled. I don't know. That's something this is going back to what I was saying earlier about Super Metroid, where, like... I don't know. There's just so many small things you can do out of order. And it's not, like, a big deal, but it's fun because it's, like... It's right here, so you may as well do it if you can. And there's just so many instances where you actually can just get what you need when you get to it, and you don't need to wait until like the end of the game to, when you have all your powers, to just, you know, scour the world again to finish collecting all the pickups. It's pretty great. What's in here? Yeah, we're gonna skip the save station. So I don't know where you're actually supposed to get your first power bombs. I think it's from here. I could be wrong. The game, I think, wants you to get the grapple beam, because these rippers here that fly back and forth like that, you can actually use your grapple beam on them. However, it's just so much easier to jump on this and then get over there if you're not screwing it up and hitting your head on the ceiling. Oh, come on, dude. You can do it. Well, you can also wall jump off that tiny thing there, too. And we'll get our first set of power bombs here. I think this is supposed to be the one you get first, because it's surrounded by the lower Norfair demon statues. But you can also get another one like this in Brinstar, I believe, if you sequence break. I'm not entirely sure how to go about doing that, I think. If you go in there, that's just the place we're going to come out later. So fall down another long vertical shaft. And what do we have in here? Oh, so this is just a little detour. We're going to get a pair of missiles here. Well, not a pair of missiles, but you know what I mean. Going to get a missile expansion. Man, I swear. I just came back from vacation. I went away for a week, and my health was totally fine. Day 1 when I come back, that coughing starts up again. I swear, if I didn't know any better, I'd say it was something in this house. Just want to grab some of this really fast before we go on and get the grapple beam anyway. God, look how fast our energy came back. It's like, I love these. I wish all of these, like, recharge guys were like that. Instead of, like, the little bug monsters that come out one at a time. I mean, I guess those are bug monsters too, but the other ones look more like... They look like the kind of bugs you'd find in, like, the Lion King video game. Alright, since we have power bombs, first thing you want to do is lay one down and clear out all this crap. Second thing you want to do, get all the way over here. Third thing you want to do, run, and then... do another sequence break to get these missiles. I keep doing all of these wall jumps to skip the grapple beam because... I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care for the grapple beam in this game too much. It's... awkward. Excuse me. Get out of here. And I feel like there's nothing you really need the grapple beam for. It sounds so bad, and it is bad because, like... Grapple Beam Metroid Prime wasn't exactly utilized in the most exciting way either. So, the only other time I saw the Grapple Beam was in Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. And I thought it was so cool. I thought both that and the hookshot were like the bee's knees, because it's like, we can throw, and we don't have to be right next to the enemy. So after so many years of finally playing the game that has the grapple beam proper in it, and then just to find out, like, it's weird and hard to control, because it's like, yeah, you gotta, like, keep going back and forth if you want to get any distance, and it's like, I don't know, when you're going across large rooms that you need to just grapple beam across, it's like you're doing little bunny hops across the grapple beam things. And it's just, oh god, the sluggish water. Come on, just, oh. See what I mean? If it wasn't for this water, I'd just wall jump up there. Yeah, you gotta, like, because you can, like, higher yourself too, and you can lower yourself a little bit, and then it's just, I don't know, it's awkward, it's whatever, it's the grapple beam. However, one thing I didn't know until I was watching some recent videos is you can actually use the grapple beam to do this. Well, it doesn't work so fun against these guys, but you just spam the button here and just, I don't know, scratch yourself or whatever. Because the grapple beam picks up those pickups, and it's pretty cool. You know, I don't know. It was always kind of annoying going back and, like, picking each one. But anyway, that about does it for this episode of Let's Play Super Metroid. So in the next episode, I think I'll be doing something that Well, I guess we'll find out. I'll decide what we're doing in the next episode. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.